Have you ever played a Bayonetta game?
They're fun. You have guns on your feet.
That didn't answer my question. You just answered that like a politician.
Welcome to the Nerd News Podcast, starring Tyson Cox and Tyler Waltz.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode of the Nerd News Podcast. I am your host, Tyson Cox, and with me, as always, is
Tyler Waltz.
It is good to be here. We're under a little bit of construction for those watching this.
Yeah.
We're going to be doing some cool things. If you want to grab that staple gun for me.
Oh, yeah, for sure. No, this is very exciting. As you can tell, it's no longer a gigantic green screen.
Yeah.
Because we have upgraded from a little bitty corner that we wedged ourselves into in my bedroom to an entire room in my house.
Yeah. We got a whole, I'm going to put cool stuff on the wall, like
that. And I'm sure the audio listeners are loving that.
I love it. It's an old Nintendo Power strategy guide for Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
This was a gift from our buds at the Harder Brunch podcast.
Check them out.
He went into his garage and he said, "You like this nerd stuff, right?"
and handed it to us.
And then he was like, "Put that on the wall somewhere." I'm like, "I will, I guess."
Will. Yeah. And but yeah, we had a crossover episode with him, if you guys remember, or if you haven't, go check it out. It's pretty great.
And while you're at it, check out Defense Mechanism. He made our theme. He's a very good dude and DJ.
Yeah.
I think with all that, let's just talk about some nerd stuff, my dude.
Let's just get into it because there's been a lot of nerd news that's fired us up this week.
Yeah.
Like, it's been an angry week in the realm of nerds for us.
Where are we starting?
I think it's the Game of the Year stuff.
That did make me, like, it made me, you ever have someone do something so bold, you're like, yeah,
well,
I dig it.
You came in hot at work, and I was like...
it was so audacious.
Normally, if that happens, it's like, okay, what am I going to have to do to talk to Tyson and get him chilled out and everything's fine? And then you said it, and I was like, what?
Both men. All right, so for those of you who may not know, because we haven't said anything.
Correct.
Far Cry 6 is releasing a Game of the Year edition for $120. Mm-hmm. The only wrinkle is they didn't win Game of the Year.
No, they got around... They got around this by winning Best Action Game at like Gamescom.
Yeah.
Which is not the big awards thing for video games.
No.
It's an award program. Mm-hmm. Not Game of the Year worthy, in my opinion.
This is like when a comic is like, "Oh, I was on Conan."
As
like, were you? Well, I went and I watched Conan.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, that's not it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
like
so
they cut to the crowd and I was there.
Well, when you said that and we looked into it, it made me wonder how many other games have done this. Like Ubisoft can't be the first, right?
I mean, they could be.
I doubt it. I highly doubt, because it seems like such an easy thing to do.
Yeah. But also it's one of those things where you're like, anyone that's doing it is like, we can't get away with this, can we?
Right. Well, I remember a time back in the Xbox 360 days where it seemed like every game was Game of the Year.
Yeah.
Like there was Halo Game of the Year. There was, I think just that one actually.
It was just that one.
Yeah.
For 9 years straight.
Gears of War, just any Microsoft exclusive was conveniently Game of the Year. And they probably got around that by doing some Microsoft awards thing. And then boom. Game of the Year.
But isn't the official Game of the Year isn't it usually at original launch price plus all the DLC plus a new cover all for the same price or cheaper, right?
Pretty much. I think it's when a game has been out for I normally probably longer than a year. But it's after the game sales probably start to decline.
Yeah.
The base game goes down to $40 or so, because prices always fall down.
Yeah.
They probably are like, hey, we can now sell it for the same price with the DLC and stuff that doesn't cost as much and still get a bit of a net profit percentage higher.
Yeah.
It's all got to be just a big deal.
I like how Ubisoft is like, yeah, but we're going to charge you double.
Yeah, it's $120, right?
Yeah.
And
they're bundling in a new DLC.
Which
that's their thing. It's like you get, there's another DLC in it.
Even worse to me.
Yeah. Is it a $60 DLC?
Right. Not only is it a $60 DLC, but if I have bought the game and the DLC, is this $120 DLC? because I've already bought the game.
No,
the DLC.
I think you have to just upgrade.
Oh, okay, so there is just an upgrade for it?
I think so.
That's
what I was reading.
Better, not good.
Yeah, it's not great.
It went from horrible to just tolerably bad.
Yeah, pretty bad.
But yeah.
I still just love how maybe they're Babe Ruth in their shot. Maybe they're like, this DLC is going to be great.
I mean, I wouldn't... what's a good way to put this? I don't think they can't do it because Far Cry 3's Blood Dragon DLC was a masterpiece. It was a game alone wonderful. Yeah, absolute wonderful DLC that I believe had its own standalone. It took a lot of the base things in the game and just made it 80s future, like everything, like cyberpunk-y. Like it was all dinosaurs that were like robots. And it was amazing.
No wonder you loved it.
It was incredible. A lot of people are like, this is better than the base game.
I bet.
But like, if they did that, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know what the new DLC is, but I still just love that they're like, yeah,
$120.
$120, and we won the thing we didn't win.
Right.
We are gonna yell at you about participation trophies, you children. Also, we get one.
Yeah, right. Absolutely, and we're gonna charge you for it.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then pretty soon after this, when we were sitting down for lunch and looking at stuff, we got the news about the Blade movie.
Oh yeah, that one. Well, that's been I've been following that one a little bit because it's been a bit of a roller coaster.
Yeah.
Whereas like they're doing Blade, I'm like sweet. They got Marshall Ali. Great actor. He's gonna be a real good. And then all of a sudden they're like, Marshall Ali read the script, said it was laughably bad.
Okay.
Oh, that's not good. That's not great to have your lead actor say it's laughably bad.
Right.
He's like, it's a bunch of jokes and 2 mediocre fights. What? Okay. And then after that, it was director leaves Blade 3 Blade movie. Right. Oh, that's not good. And there was Blade movie suspended. You're like, oh, well, it's done. It's never coming back.
No.
And then a week later, it was like, and we're back. New director, and we're doing it again. They're doing the rewriting the script.
Yeah.
Are they? So my always worry is, are they trying to do the Sonic thing where they're like, look how bad it was, and then we fixed it to the original?
I would say yes if there was a trailer, but this isn't a public outcry that's making them change stuff. It's all internal things.
Yeah. But what if they're just like, well, it worked if we showed it to them? What if we just said it was bad and then redid it? That way we get praise for doing the thing.
Right, and save money.
Yeah.
Okay, I get what you're saying. I doubt it.
Everyone to me is doing a Sonic nowadays.
Yeah, and they're not turning it around.
No.
So my skepticism is in the fact that I don't know the last time something like this came out and was good.
True.
Like Blade Runner was okay.
New Blade Runner?
The new Blade Runner I thought was okay.
I loved it. I thought it was really good.
Really?
I didn't know it got put in production hell.
Well, I don't know if I was talking more along the lines of bringing back an old series.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think the new Blade Runner was probably the closest to me that turned out as good or within that parameter. The new Jurassic Worlds were okay.
Yeah, they're not.
Still not even remotely close to Jurassic Park. Not even in the same ballpark.
I love that people involved in like the production of that were like, yeah, this doesn't need to be a movie.
Yeah.
We don't need it.
Yeah, and then all the new Star Wars garbage.
Yeah.
So like the refurbishing or trying to redo an old series is already a tough ask.
Yeah.
A big tough ask. On top of that, I don't know if I've ever heard of a movie going through production hell and coming out on top. Not once. I cannot name a single movie.
Yeah, you actually asked me that earlier, and I was like, what about... Nope.
Nothing. Now, this is something that we were talking about before. This is our thing for the video. We would like anybody that's watching this video to please comment a movie that went through production hell and came out better or at least tolerable, because I cannot think of a single one.
Yeah. Or do the opposite. Tell us when they came out worse. Like how like it was going to be bad and it somehow exceeded that as well. So yeah, just let us know.
Yep. The only one that I could think of is the Godzilla movie with Matthew Broderick. I adored that movie.
I liked it too.
I was 6 years old.
Yeah.
I rewatched it a couple months ago with Macy.
Yeah.
And about halfway through, I'm like, I'm sorry. I looked over and then we just did something else. Like it's not good.
Yeah.
I can appreciate it.
It ate a bunch of fish and then humped a building and then laid eggs.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what happened.
Go Godzilla!
And it doesn't have atomic breath anymore.
It's just bad.
It was just
fish breath.
Flammable fish. That's literally what they call it. Flammable fish breath.
Wait, do they really? That's what they called it?
Basically, because they were like, well, the director of the movie, that movie, looking back on it, it's so frustrating as an adult because you look into the history of it. The director was quoted in saying, I'm not making a monster movie. I'm making a big animal movie. What? You have the right to make a Godzilla movie.
King of the big animals. Though.
Yeah.
That's the thing. His name is King of the big animals.
Right.
It rolls off the tongue. Say it one time. Godzilla, King of the big animals. King of the big animals.
Right. But it sounds like a frat movie. Right?
Yeah.
Like King, whatever. King of Animals.
It's Bert Kreischer, King of the big animals.
Right. But yeah, he was like, yeah, I don't want to make a monster movie. I want to make a big lizard movie. It's like, what are you doing?
He's doing that thing where he's like, he's not a monster. Okay.
Right. Well, they went through a ton of directors with that movie.
Yeah.
Like the original.
And they stopped at Big Monster Guy or Big Lizard Man.
Yeah. The original director, I can't remember who it was, but then he got fired. It wasn't like a production hell at that point.
I think that does lead to you get fired. That's production.
It was before they'd written the script.
Oh, okay.
So it was a conflict of figuring that out.
How do you get fired?
I don't know. But they replaced him with the director of Independence Day.
Yeah.
That could have been great.
Yeah.
I think that could have been amazing.
I thought he did it.
Huh?
I thought he's the one that did it.
Is he? Do I have my directors mixed up?
No, they replaced the guy. Like they had a guy.
They had 4 come in.
They had 4?
By the time the movie released, they were on their 4th director.
I am looking this up. That is wild.
I thought it was the guy after the Independence Day director who got about halfway through it.
That's wild.
I could be wrong. I could have had him switched in my head.
Maybe. Well, I know. Well, anyways, this is fun. But yeah, we're going to say. Anyways.
Yeah, correct us if we're wrong. But yeah, like, I love that movie as a kid. Watching it back as an adult, it's a nightmare. Nothing makes sense. It's all over the place.
Yeah.
There's 2 really cool scenes. The 2 really cool scenes are the top of the movie when it's attacking the submarine and when he's taking out the helicopters before he runs away. Yep. That's it. The rest of the movie is just nonsense.
Well, what about how all of us Americans chew gum?
We do. Aggressively.
Yeah. I always hate, so that's my problem with all the Godzilla movies is it's not, I want to see big monster fight big monster.
Yeah.
I don't care that Billy Joe Brown is sad about her dad.
Yeah.
Like,
are you talking about
Millie Bobby Brown? Millie Bobby Brown.
Is it Millie Bobby Brown? I know it's Millie Bobby something.
Anyways, the 11. 11 from Stranger. I don't care that and she's hanging out with the cool, fun guy that his wife's dead and he pours liquor. I don't give it. Quit. Stop.
Yeah, the human intervention in those movies is always laughably bad.
Yeah.
It comes off way better with the old movies because the new movies you can just tell that they saved money. Because like it's big CGI fights and stuff. Yeah. So the human parts are the padding in the budget to get the hour and a half.
But you get this girl from Stranger Things. You get the guy from he's in a ton of stuff.
Friday Night Lights.
Yeah, sure.
That's what I know him from because my parents loved that show.
No, I was talking about the black dude. I can't remember his name either. But like you get like
the conspiracy theorist.
Yeah,
he was arguably my favorite person.
He was great.
Yeah,
but like you get all these big, you get nobodies, get handsome nobodies, and then that's how you really save your money.
Yeah.
But no, you got to get the like Bryan Cranston was in it, amazing actor.
20 minutes.
Yeah, amazing actor.
Kick the bucket.
You had a whole weekend to work out of him.
Yeah, no, that was very annoying. Also, let's just get guys in suits for the monsters again.
Like you and me? Yeah.
Yeah.
Do it. Let's do it.
I adore looking at those old movies because when you watch them, it's 2 dudes just going,
yeah.
That's the whole movie is just that, and it's amazing. It's so fun to watch because they're just kicking over models of houses and tanks and stuff. It's everything you want to do as a kid, but they're getting to do it in a movie.
It's weird that all the houses are full of sparks. Yeah. Every house is just a big box of sparks.
Just a lot of explosives in every household. But yeah, so production hell, as we were talking about.
Yeah.
I have no faith in this movie. I had little faith Now it's none.
Well, as the great lyricist Fred Durst once said, you gotta have faith.
You don't.
You gotta have faith.
Oh, but
and I guess it would be nice if I could touch your body.
Yeah.
You know, not everybody.
We're closer than ever.
Got a body like me.
Oh, man. If any of you give a shit
Love
about
Limp Bizkit, let me know.
Don't watch us. Tyson does not deserve that.
My old car has 2 Limp Bizkit CDs stuck on top of each other in the CD player because I'm an idiot.
Yeah, that sums up people that listen to Limp Bizkit. I want to apologize to my dad because he loves Behind Blue Eyes by Limp Bizkit.
It's the same album too.
It's
both $3 bill.
You were like, well, I lost that one.
I lost it. I want to hear it. Well, it's being real finicky. Let me just shove it in there.
Oh man. But yeah, and it is a bummer because the actor that they got to play Blade is phenomenal.
Amazing. Sorry, one more thing that's off topic.
good.
What was the last CD you bought?
Oh, Shadow Academy.
Shadow.
I buy every Ninja Sex Party album.
I want to know if you guys out there, what's the last CD you guys bought? Because mine was $3 bill by Limp Bizkit to get it stuck in my car.
Yeah.
That I no longer have.
Yeah, no, I buy the signed Ninja Sex Party album every year.
The car before that, I had a signed Mega Ran CD in it, and I sold it and forgot to get it out, and that's just gone.
That's a bummer.
It is a bummer.
But yeah, shout out to Ninja Sex Party. Dan Avedon, one of my favorite musicians of all time, if not my favorite. Always a shout out to him because I adore him as a human.
Great live show as well.
Yes.
Let's move on since we kind of got off topic here. What's next? What we got?
Well, following up production hell, it doesn't just affect movies.
Oh, that's right. You're telling me about the video game, right?
Yeah, a new game came out that I had been following off and on because it was going through production hell and constantly just being postponed and postponed and postponed. It's called Scorn. Mm-hmm. It was advertised as an extremely artistic piece of a video game. It was inspired by a lot of really gory and like existential dread style of art.
Yeah, it says it's a survival game.
Yes, kind of. It is. But it went through production hell. It started as a Kickstarter that a lot of people got excited about. It got funded. It just didn't hold up.
It's got a lot of Geiger art.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. But the problem is that it went through this production hell. They had this Kickstarter. So many people were excited. They had all these things. It was just building and building and building. The game finally came out. It's laughably short for what was promised.
Yeah.
A game being short's not the problem.
I mean, Stray was
short.
Short, but great.
Great.
It also was like, we don't promise anything.
Correct, yeah. This one had a lot of build-up, which is its own issues sometimes.
Yeah.
It left you wanting more in the bad way. Mm-hmm. Instead of being like, ooh, I can't wait for the next thing of this, or I can't wait for the next blah, blah, blah. Yeah. It was, I should have gotten more out of this. And then the last bit, today's just going to be infuriating nerd news. Bayonetta 3.
That's a lot of nerd news. It's just...
yeah, right.
Sorry. I want to make sure to edit that down.
So, Bayonetta 3. You gave me some interesting info.
Yeah. So Bayonetta 3. And it's always, you always have to we like to do that extra step of okay, let's look into it a bit more because the headline was upsetting.
Yes.
And then I looked into it more, and it was more upsetting.
Just read the headline.
The headline was Bayonetta voice actress offered $4,000 for Bayonetta 3, calls for boycott of the game. The company offered the main voice actress for Bayonetta 1 and 2 $4,000. They're like, well, we will give you no more than $4,000 to be the voice actress for the series. The series makes like $500 million, yeah, $450 million they can afford. But they're doing this old trick that companies do where they lowball a no-name voice actor or actress, and then they will I'm insulted. No way I'm going to do that. And they go, okay, you declined it because you have the first rights of refusal.
Yep.
So they decline it, and then they get a more popular name and then pay them whatever they want.
Right. Which is crazy to me because she's been the voice of Bayonetta. right?
Yeah.
Like, she has been the voice for the first 2 games.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you want her? Because loyal, long-term fans are going to be very upset. They're like, oh, they changed the voice. That sucks.
Yeah.
And new people aren't going to know, and they aren't necessarily buying it for that anyway.
So they're taking the gamble of they're going to get a more well-known voice actor.
To get somebody to buy Bayonetta?
Bayonetta 3, like a weird dip into 3.
Yeah. It seems like just a marketing team that doesn't know what the hell they're selling.
Yeah. It really does feel like that.
Have you ever played a Bayonetta game?
They're fun. You have guns on your feet.
Didn't answer my question. You just answered that like a politician.
Answer the question.
Did you play it? Well, I've played games.
Let's just say I have a good time when I play.
Yeah.
I don't know why they would cut off like their voice actress, like, because it doesn't make sense. It's not really going to garner them new fans. And
as much as I want to be in her corner for what they did, it's not going to work. It's Bayonetta 3. That fan base is rabid. Like, it's going to get that game.
Yeah. I mean, it's good. It is good to call attention to scummy behavior like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Will it make any difference now? No. And here's the cool thing. She said, instead of buying the game, donate to charity. It wasn't like it wasn't like here's my Kickstarter or here's my GoFundMe. It was literally
behind her then.
Yeah, she
wasn't going to buy it anyway, but now I know why.
Yeah. Now I got to feel like a good person.
I'm not donating it to charity, but I'm glad that she made the effort to say it.
But yeah, no, whenever someone does something that's like, they offered me this and I only got that, I'm like, oh, they're just mad. But then they'd be like, hey, don't play the game and use that money for good. You're like, oh,
100% behind them. Yeah. Cool. Heck yeah. I hope people do that.
Yeah.
Let us know if you plan on doing that. Because I wasn't planning on buying the game anyway.
Yeah, I wasn't planning on it either, but there are fans out there, and it is getting attention. I saw it. I wasn't just on Reddit. I saw it in a couple of spots.
Yeah, but I think that's going to be it for today, though, right?
Yeah, that's it. We're the Happy Tuesday, everybody. Go be a nerd, you nerds. We're still finding a catchphrase and redecorating.
Yes, and redecorating. We hope you enjoy the background theme. It's going to get better every week, hopefully every week. But we got some big plans for this spot. We're really excited. We got a lot of stuff going on. Really rambled there.
You did a little bit. Sorry. I was looking at my dates, like my upcoming dates. I'm looking at my calendar, and one of them it just says emergency phone. That's not good. Am I going to be a horror movie? All right. Hey guys, I'm going to be at the Stable in Bloomington, Illinois. I'm headlining that show. It's going to be super fun. Going to have Brian Petrie on it. I got to check out maybe Tyler. I don't know if he's a good boy. And then my birthday is on the 28th, so I don't know. Donate a cake to charity.
A cake?
Yeah, specifically a cake. Do not give them cash. Make sure it is a perishable cake. Leave it in the sun.
This is an animal shelter.
Yeah, this is a no-kill shelter. Well, it's a chocolate cake, so you're gonna have to change your name. Thank you very much, everybody. We always appreciate you guys so very much. I want to give a shout out again to Defense Mechanism for our theme, letting us use that good music. And I just want to say thank you. We don't have advertising, all that stuff. So just if you had a good time, tell a friend, tell an enemy, tell a dog.
Have fun, everybody. We love y'all.